Sun, Virgo Moon, and Virgo Rising, welcome to your September 2024 predictions. What does Virgo need to know for September 2024, please? Virgo, there is somebody in your life that really appreciates you, and the message came through very strongly right away that you are very much appreciated. It could be that this person doesn't let you know nearly enough how much they do appreciate you, but recognize, Virgo, that the things that you do, specifically when you are thinking of serving others, is not going overlooked. And it could just be that this person doesn't exactly know how to articulate this to you, or hasn't really thought of communicating it to you because perhaps they think you already know this, but there is somebody in your life that is really appreciative of you, whether or not they're communicating it to you specifically. Thank you. What else does Virgo need to know for September of 2024, please? It's like there's a rush to the finish line, Virgo. There's a message around you being a little bit too focused on something coming to life. And by being so focused in on the day to day, you're actually slowing down your manifestation. Now, it's almost borderline impatient energy or energy where you're like almost overworking it. And so by overworking whatever this is for you, you're almost sending out a desperate energy rather than attracting things in. So if you've been working and really diligently focused in on one area of life, Virgo, what I recommend for September of 2024 is to kind of pump the brakes a little bit, really allowing the energy to catch up to you in the physical world. And as always, please let me know in the comments below if any of this resonates for you, Virgo, for September 2024, as it really helps my channeling. Thank you. What else does Virgo need to know for September 2024, please? A new estate or estate sale. Virgo, I am getting really, and you may even see me wiggling a little bit, I'm getting really strong energy in the root chakra. The interesting part right now, Virgo, is that the root chakra is circling in a counterclockwise direction, and for me specifically, personally, with my own energy, that indicates something from the past. So some of you may recently be completing an estate sale. It does feel like some of you are just getting ready to set up an estate sale, getting everything priced out. Now this past energy momentum that I'm feeling kind of makes sense, right? Because we don't typically have an estate sale until it's time for it, right? People don't typically just go through selling all the things in their home unless they really need to. So Virgo, if that's you, recognize it's going to go pretty smoothly and effortlessly, assuming that you get some outside help. They're saying that's going to be really important for this specific example, specifically if this is resonating with you. Garage sale, it's not really a garage sale, but maybe it's really an estate sale. It's you helping go through somebody else's things, and it may be a little bit overwhelming. That person, if you hire a company that really specializes in this, it's going to be much smoother for you. Thank you. What else does Virgo need to know for September 2024, please? Virgo, there is like this, I don't want to call it an anxious energy because it doesn't necessarily feel very anxious, maybe a little bit frantic, but even then that feels a little bit strong. It's this kind of like jerking forward momentum. It's like you really are ready to go. You're kind of like the wind up toy that's wound up, and you're starting to kind of like jerk forward, but you're not fully kind of releasing yourself, and you're fully not really like letting yourself go, like standing in your authenticity. And specifically for those Virgos that are celebrating their birthday, although anyone that's listening, especially if you have strong Virgo energy in your chart, you are stepping into a greater version of yourself in September. It's an internal version. This is like a very internal thing. So it's not that you're stepping into a new career. It's not that you're stepping into maybe a new relationship. This is a very internal feeling where you're kind of like, you can feel yourself stepping into a new version of you. And I know that's kind of seemingly a little bit wild to think about, but you are very much kind of ready to move forward. It may feel as though something is holding you back, and that could be this kind of jerking motion, this kind of like jolt forward, jolt back, like right? And so if that resonates for you, I would recommend that you look around your environment and see what really is holding you back. Is it something that has maybe some emotional attachment that's material? Is it a relationship? Or Virgo, and this perhaps could be the case for many of you watching, it's your own mentality. You're like ready to go in one part of your mind, but then the other part of you is kind of creating this pressure that doesn't necessarily exist. And by creating this pressure that doesn't necessarily exist, it's almost kind of stopping you. And so be mindful of that, Virgo, especially if this resonates for you, if you've been working on your frequency in any way, because you creating your own pressure is just that, right? It's non-existent. It's kind of made up. And so practicing your awareness, getting back into the present moment, really observing yourself are ways that you can release this pressure. Thank you. What else does Virgo need to know for September 2024, please? Virgo, for many of you are going to experience like nostalgia or a lot of deja vu in the month of September 2024. Now, this goes back to this message of those that are transcending into a new frequency, very internal work. This makes sense. I feel like I even experienced a lot of my own deja vu as I was transitioning into new experiences, or excuse me, into new frequencies. And I think that kind of makes sense, right? Because you're tapping in now into all of the experiences you've ever had, the past, the present, the future, all kind of combining at once. And so it's kind of actually a calming energy for you in a sense. I wouldn't get too caught up in like past emotions. I would just recognize that this could actually be a very calming month for you if you were to allow it and really release that pressure that we just talked about. Thank you. What else does Virgo need to know for September of 2024, please? Picking wildflowers, Virgo, I just saw like a really beautiful field of flowers, or kind of like a road, a dirt road with like flowers in the ditches on either side. And you're kind of like, it's indicative. One, you could very literally be picking wildflowers, but the other one is that for those of you that this resonates with, it's very indicative of you really like stopping to smell the roses, which I know is very cliche, but it's really that energy of what do you do when you stop and smell the roses? You literally bring yourself to the present moment. You tap into your sense of smell to bring yourself back into this moment in time, and really recognizing that the present is all that we have, and the past and the future are simply just energy swirling around us that we can tap into at any moment. Thank you. What else does Virgo need to know for September of 2024, please? Some of you may be working on your self-confidence. My solar plexus is really pulsating right now, and the solar plexus chakra is all around personal confidence, personal power, and all matters of growth and expansion. Specifically, once again, if you're working on really training your brain, Virgo, that is something that many of you seem to be focused on for September, and really realizing that your thoughts do create your reality. And so you may be focusing on this brain training, and with that, of course, comes increased confidence, recognizing how powerful you really are at your core, and from a soul perspective. Thank you. What else does Virgo need to know for September 2024, please? Bushwhack, weed whack, what? Virgo, what? Bushwhack, it kind of felt like you were like sabering your way through a jungle, and then it went to weed whacking, which is very much like using the machine, the little weed whacker, to maybe edge your lawn or trim some bushes or something. Take it how it resonates, Virgo. Literally it could be those things. And then if we take it energetically, it's almost like you're kind of carving your own path. You're really like moving through, kind of cleaning up the loose ends, cleaning up the weeds, making everything nice and in alignment, energetically speaking. And Virgo, that when your energy is centered and in alignment, you manifest much easier. Virgo, what an interesting message for September 2024. As always, let me know in the comments below if any of it resonates for you. And if you're curious to know about why your soul came to Earth during this lifetime, make sure to get your soul's purpose report. And if you are interested in learning your entire birth chart, all of the energy that you came in here with, any negative potentials and how to transcend out of those, your love, your money, your business, career, your soul's purpose is included in that, and much, much more, then make sure to get the Know Thyself birth chart